Tell me what's the role about and all settled in the new position.
This new role of video.
BDO is one of the big five. I think
Right.
you guys are up there in
Exactly.
corporate governance and accounting and all of that. What is the designation?
It is manager currently. Maybe if I perform better, then maybe this my next promotion they upgrade me to associate director position.
How is this in terms of CTC?
33% hike. It was earlier 10 and a half fixed CTC. Now it is 13.5. Whichever modules which were teaching us hard and soft data research, I'm still using it in my sales process.
Yes.
So it helps me, you know. So I was like, what to do, and somehow I got connected to you and the whole scenario changed. In fact, your role was, you know, it was a torch in a dark. I was completely blank, was no idea where to go, how to go, but you showed the way where to go to find the way. After attending this course, there's a different level of confidence in me that yes, I can do it.
Thank you for being such an ambassador for us as well. And we shall look forward to a continued association. All the very best. I was very pleased to receive your email and now finally to connect.
Same here, same here. I mean, I was also waiting to talk to you. It's been almost a few months after finishing our hackathon calls. Pleasure seeing you again.
Same here, same here. Wonderful to connect, and I believe congratulations are in order, and we've exchanged a fair bit of communication. You went through a couple of hurdles even after joining.
Yes.
So tell me what's the role about, and what is the scope, and what is it that you're feeling now, and all settled in the new position.
Yes. In fact, I was communicating with you even after joining this this new role of video. I was struggling initially to get the business, but the moment I got the business, I shared a mail with you, sir. I was able to get the business for video. My first business was around 35 lakhs closure annually.
Excellent. No, I remember reading that email of yours as well. And I think earlier when you had run into this hurdle where, you were trying to generate sales and all of that, you had written that, I'm doing my best, but, things aren't happening. And that's where we had exchanged some communication on the value of persistence and keep planting these seeds.
Absolutely.
I'm very glad to hear that your first strike was one that was a 35 lakh account for video.
Correct. And another 2 such accounts are in progress.
Oh, lovely.
So I'm just hoping to close them soon. I'll update you once it is done, and I'm sure I will.
BDO is one of the big five. I think you guys are up there in corporate governance and accounting and all of that. So what is the designation? What's the title of the role?
It is manager currently, though I asked them to, I wanted to join there as associate director in the beginning. It's from the beginning itself. But then they said that I do not have any team handling experience and all. So they suggested me to join on the managerial position, and maybe if I perform better, then maybe this my next promotion they upgrade me to associate director position.
Got it. All right. And how is this in terms of CTC? It's better than where you were before? I remember you mentioning something like 40% or so,
33% hike. If I hold it neck to neck, it was earlier 10 and a half fixed fixed CTC I had in my last organization, and now it is 13.5.
Got it. And is there a variable component as well?
No, there is no variable component mentioned in the offer letter, but it is very much there. Just that they don't mention, because in LLP category, they never mentioned variable component.
Got it. So you expect that the overall will be better than
Absolutely.
this.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Wonderful. So this is excellent news. I'll tell you what I'd like you to do. I mean, how to move forward from here now. You have access to a program called the Apex 90 Days Challenge.
Yes.
And that is right on Teachable. I think you have access to that right on Teachable.
Yes.
And I would urge you to watch it because, that would give you an opportunity to understand how to onboard appropriately. I know you've already started, and it's not a very long course, but it's a very meaningful course. Is that something you've gone through?
I had gone through 1 or 2 sessions. I could not gone through everything. I mean, all the sessions in it completely. But then I am, planning, or I am in a process. Just that I was struggling to set up in this new organization, and get more time for myself. But I'm sure I will definitely look into it and, nurture my further, maybe further way forward.
Correct. No, I think it'll be important right now because, when we change jobs or when we get into a new position, it can be a little stressful time because, you are in the process of figuring out the new company or responsibilities, the culture, the expected codes of conduct, the behaviors, all of that. And everybody's looking at you, everybody's trying to figure out that by you joining, what is the change that's going to happen for them. And your initial failure or initial success in a role is the best indicator of your overall failure or success. And right now is a time where, focusing on the people and establishing relationships is going to be paramount. So this shows you a 10-step strategy in how to onboard appropriately so that you consume the right, value from the company initially. And that puts you in a far superior position to be able to produce the right value. The idea would be that within the first 6 months, you can establish a level of trust and rapport and build relationships around you where, it sets you up for accelerated growth as you reach the 1-year mark. Because there's no reason that we shouldn't be talking in a year again where you're giving me even better news that, sir, the 13 and a half has now become a 30.
I do love to hear that. I'm sure I will. I'm sure the way I'm utilizing the course on Teachable, as you mentioned, you can go through the 90 days, Apex 90 days challenge. Apart from that, whichever modules which were teaching us hard and soft data research, I'm still using it in my sales process.
Yes.
So it helps me,
Oh yeah, it's very applicable to, whenever you're trying to figure out needs, may you be in any department. I've had people from, finance and operations and IT, many different departments. They find it very useful in being able to, and sales, of course, it gives you a lot more knowledge in how to tackle that prospect and convert them to a client. But this 90 days challenge, this is not a very long course. I mean, if you give it an hour a day, within 2 days, you'll finish it. So, a couple of hours is all you require. I mean, it's shorter than a movie. It will really give you a tremendous amount of food for thought in how to onboard and set that, platform and those boundaries around you appropriately so that in a year's time or so, you can return to the level 2 program and then run that SPT model again for a promotion. You're well on your way, and I'm just very happy for you. How's the family feeling about this change?
They are liking it because I'm happy at the end.
Oh, yes.
They are observing the changes in me because I always used to, I used to be really sad because I was looking for the opportunities and I was not getting it, or I was not, it was all what my sad face used to make them feel dull too. So I was like, what to do. And somehow I got connected to you and the whole scenario changed. And
well, right now it's very evident on your face. I mean, but I must tell you that there is nothing lacking in you whatsoever. Don't let the small disappointments of the world dull the light that lives in you. Because everything that you require to go on to build an amazing life and an amazing career already lives in you. my association with you has just been where, I've been a small little instrument in helping bring out the beauty and the talent that you already possess.
No, in fact, your role was, it was a torch in a dark.
Yeah.
Let me just put you in that way, because, I was completely blank, was no idea where to go, how to go, but you showed the way where to go to find the way in the life.
Well, we made a good team then.
Of course.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations again. It's so nice to be connected. And if there's anything else that I can help with, Arati, just send me an email. I'll be very happy to get back to you with a detailed revert.
Sure.
Wonderful.
Sir, I have two questions. In fact, I just jotted down in my diary.
Angie, please.
So the one question is, where or which course will help me improve on more skills on sales, which I should join and must do? Because one of my, when I started writing down my goals, I also, because in one of your sessions, you mentioned that you need to upgrade your skills every year you should do something which will help you increasing your knowledge. So which course do you suggest to improve on my sales skills? Because I also wish to become sales expert. So how do I take forward that particular goal? Or
I'll tell you, my career was spent, a significant majority of my career was spent in sales and business development.
Right.
At least the early part, because, I just found that side very interesting. And I can tell you that the way I went about sales was, I think by now you figured out that I have a little bit of a screwdriver head, where I try to analyze everything. Okay. So, the way I was looking at building sales and building a sales force and a sales department was from a perspective of understanding what makes someone successful in selling that very specific product in that very specific environment. So there are so many different types of sales. There's B2C sales, there's B2B sales, and these bring different dynamics with them. But the one thing that I saw was that transactional sales is very different from relationship-oriented sales. And in the B2B world, connecting and having a strong relationship comes first. The other thing that I saw as I went about building the sales force was that a lot of companies use the strategy of shadowing the most successful salesperson. And I personally don't agree with that strategy because, I've seen that what makes one person successful can be very aligned with their core personal qualities. And the other person does not have those personal qualities to be able to emulate them in that capacity. So I started to look at what makes someone successful, what is required for someone to be successful. And I found 4 or 5 factors in that very specific environment. When I looked at it from an analytical perspective, that, they must be able to create relationships. They must be able to take on constructive criticism. They must be very coachable. Their communication skills must be, way above average for B2B selling. They must understand the commercials and the financials associated with the sale. So I found these 5 behaviors, and that is what I used to use to in mock interviews before I used to hire. So I would do a lot of role playing from that perspective to see how an individual is handling, me as a mock client before I would take the decision to take them further in the interview process or to hire them. And I can tell you, this allowed me to build the sales department in a very systematic way where, we went from scratch to 23 million in the first year, and then to about mid 50s, about 55 million in the second year, and then over 100 million in the third year. And by the fourth year, we had crossed $250 million. So if I was to recommend a training program, see, this has really been the amalgamation of a lot of my experiences, and I've not personally gone through any sales training program. So I'm at a little bit of a loss here to recommend a particular program. But in general, this was the approach that I took. In fact, there is a resource, there is a call in your mastermind calls, in your transformation vault, I believe, called the Apex Sales and Marketing System. So it shows you in the modern world how to digitally scale a sales and marketing department for the kind of sales that you are doing, the kind of B2B relationships that you're establishing with other large customers, pitching BDO services. It's about a 2.5-hour call, but it will give you a tremendous amount of clarity in how to refine your pitch, look at your offering, look at the pricing strategy, and how to estimate that market fit and market readiness before you really throw your effort and resources behind it to create scale.
Yes.
So
yeah.
So take a look at that call. I think that call
definitely I will go through it once again. I had seen that call, but then here in video the approach is really different because there was no sales and marketing department before in the organization, because they all were consultants, they all are partners, and they have built this organization just on the basis of relations. And whenever I had been to any of their partners, they were like, okay, you have to build the relations here. So of course I'm doing that. That's one of the building relation is one of my criteria, or one of the role that I'm playing here. But then what else I can do it? That is,
well, I think building relationships within the company and of course outside with potential clients, that's going to be important. But that call will really help you understand the system, from how to generate leads to how to qualify leads, then how to plant the seed, so that you're attempting your job in a much more systematic way. There is no reason why you cannot set a X target for you every month.
absolutely.
So let's say the company says you need to bring on 6 new accounts a year or 10 new accounts a year or whatever it may be. There is no reason why using such a system and conducting meetings, you can't set a target that is, fairly aggressive and outperform that target, because this will really allow you, even as an individual resource in sales, this will really allow you. I don't know what your targets are, but let's say it's one new big client above 30 lakhs every month, right? There's no reason you can't blow that number out of the water and have 5 clients of 30 lakhs every month.
Right.
So, but it would require a systematic approach. And then at some point, you would need people like account managers under you. So you can present this entire philosophy to say that this is how I plan to look at sales. And, start building that consensus and start building that foreground with your supervisor and your seniors to say that, this is how I think we will really be able to make a meaningful difference. And let me bring in the first 5 accounts, and then then at that point, I think this will become an independent P&L from the perspective of how we scale and grow in this region.
Sure.
And there's no reason why you can't take this philosophy to other places and other offices where BDO has a presence. So which city are you dialing in from?
I am in Pune. Initially, in fact, when I give an interview, when it was just mentioned that you will be looking at the western region like Mumbai, Goa, Gujarat, and Pune. Okay, since we have the presence in these cities. So after joining and closing this first account, I have got a response that I must look at across India. As as a part of my sales. I was zapped listening to one of the partners that they have suggested me to look into overall India.
The base is set, Arati. The base is set for you to zoom and grow. It seems things are coming into place from a perspective of being able to find that senior level sponsorship. So now you need to make this a center of excellence.
Absolutely.
And then, develop the capabilities to be able to replicate that, may it be for BDO offices in Delhi or Gurgaon or Chennai or Hyderabad or wherever they have presence. So I think there's a wonderful story that is unfolding. And it gives me so much joy that you're the one holding the pen, writing that story.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for that confidence in me. I mean, I was not able to believe in myself in the beginning, whether I am going to do this or will I be able to do it. No, but it is after attending this course, there's a different level of confidence in me that yes, I can do it. Yes, I can do it.
And I told you from the beginning, there's absolutely nothing lacking, and it's just a little bit of rewiring, and you're going to be on your way to do some spectacular things.
I'm sure, yes. Yeah.
Wonderful. So is there another question for me? Is there anything else I can help with?
No, that is it. That is it. Thank you so much.
Great. So if anything else comes up, please just write to me and I'll be very happy to get back to you. And thank you for being such an ambassador for us as well. And we shall look forward to a continued association. And if there's anything else I can help with, just drop me a line and I'll be very happy to get back.
I will definitely be in touch with you. I would love to be in touch with you. In fact, whenever I'm there in Chennai, I visited Chennai very recently, but I could not able to contact you because it was very last moment. And whenever I'm there in Chennai next, I will look forward to meet you up in person as well.
I'd look forward to that. All the very best.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right, Arati. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.